boots!
Let's check those vocal mics real quick. There's a switch on it.
So I'm a first timer here, I'm a virgin.
No, I get the pros too, man.
Mic thing. Check, check! 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 Do it!
Woo! There's a switch on that one too.
It's the one. Aye! Aye!
Aye!
Woo!
Or dick!
Check! I'm playing in youth of today. Okay, so we're gonna get started, I guess. First and foremost, come in. If you're in the corners, you're a homophobe. So get down.
Fuck homophobes! There's only.
Anyways, first, I'd like to send out this whole set to home stretch. No, fucking turn it down. First and foremost, say goes out to home stretch because every time I've seen home stretch, they have stopped their set and said something worthwhile, whether they were talking about, you know, universal health care or gay rights, and it just has fucking meant so much to me that thank you, period. And second of all, and this is something that I have to address because I know we all heard it, and that first band made a mosh call using the word faggot. And the word faggot is fine when it's coming from Rick Santorum and his constituents or the Westboro Baptist Church. I fucking love it, right? Because they fucking hate me. And I'm glad they hate me. Because I don't want to be like those fucking people. And I hope none of you want to be like those fucking people. But when it's coming from someone within my scene or our scene, and they're singling me out, and like, I don't know if any of you know what it feels like when someone with a fucking mic calls you a faggot or says that you're a faggot, but like, your stomach drops. And it's not okay, and you know, I know that band didn't mean it or anything, but whatever. I guess I just had to address it. This first song is called Punk Ass Queers. Yeah, we fucked that up a little bit, bro. I'm so sorry. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Turn down. Turn down the pitch. Turn down. The other thing I wanted to say tonight was that, to me, the terms punk and queer are very similar terms. They speak about, fuck, I'm gonna sound like a douche, but they talk about a certain essence. And punk is the name we've given the soundtrack to that certain attitude. And queer is just its sexual manifestation. However, punk has as much to do with music as queer has to do with sex. And I hope that we'll know how far beyond those things the terms extend. And it makes me really sad sometimes to hear people like, yeah, I like punk, or yeah, I like hardcore, but it's just the type of music I listen to. Well, it's not just the type of music I listen to. It's about so much more than that. And queer doesn't just mean that I fuck men. I mean, certainly it is a part of it, I guess, but I mean, it's so much more than that. It's about an attitude and the way you approach things and the way you view things. So, what's this song called? What is it? Is this Rainbows? Yes! Wait, how does that song start? Hold on. Wait. Thank you. And so we only have 4 songs, which is why I'm talking so much, because, oh, by the way, thank you for all the bands that have played before us. Like, how awkward is it with the Nirvana cover band? Sounds way better than Nirvana ever sounded. Or when the NoFX cover band sounds way better than NoFX ever sounded. It's fucking awesome. But I guess I wanted to bring up a certain issue, and I guess it doesn't have much to do with punk or whatever, but I guess I need this to take this off my chest, and I have a mic and you don't, and all of you are listening. So, have you guys heard about that Rutgers University incident where this kid, and I don't remember his name, I know his last name's like Robbie, but he videotaped his gay roommate hooking up with like a man and like broadcast it on the internet, and his roommate, this kid Tyler Clementi, I want to say his name was, 3 days later felt like so ashamed that he jumped off a bridge and fucking killed himself. And now this kid is on trial, this Robbie kid, right? This happened 1.5 years ago, and he's on trial now, and they're talking about giving him 5 to 10 years in jail, at least. And because he is an Indian citizen, they're talking about deporting him. And I don't read too much like the news or whatever, but I did read some, and part of like the gay outcry or whatever was like, oh yay, like the tightening of bullying laws, like this is a win for us, like bullying laws are being tightened. And fuck that. Like, you have this fucking kid who made a mistake, this Robbie kid, and I know for a fact that I have friends that have like videotaped people having sex or whatever without them knowing. Like, yeah, it's fucked up, like don't get me wrong, like it's not like a nice thing, like it's certainly not a good thing that he did. But does this kid really need to be sent to jail for 5 to fucking 10 years? Does he really need to be deported? How is this a win for us when we're letting like the cops and all those fucking people putting, not just the cops, but like the whole jail system, put this fucking kid in jail? It's like, that's not what I stand for. Like, I certainly don't think this kid deserves that. And like, I'm not smart enough to figure out like exactly how this kid should repay his debt to the community, but I just don't fucking think that this kid, this fucking university student, like I think he was a freshman, should have to go to jail for 5 to 10 years for fucking mistaking me. And granted, the outcome's fucking terrible and fucking not God, but like, you know, like, I feel bad for fucking Tyler Clementi, like, it's horrible and like, maybe it's just because he wasn't close to me, I'd maybe be screaming to lynch this Ravi kid, but I don't know, man. I don't think that shit's okay. That's just me. This song is called Does Your Daddy Know? Thank you. That sounds awesome. What else? I guess I don't really have anything else insightful to say. I guess, going back to what I said first about punk and queer, and I think this is some really powerful shit, man. Like, I mean, it certainly changed my life. I know it's probably changed everybody in here's life. I know we would all view things very differently, and I think it's fucking great that we can come out here and have this be our outlet and have fun and have a place to be ourselves. I mean, I'm here in a jockstrap, but not everybody has that, so fuck, man. We're really lucky. Punk rock. Thank you, Joel McHale, for fucking everything. You're it. Real deal. Shout out to fucking Weight of the World, because they say a lot of shit too. These guys are in a band called Centuries. I know you all know them. Give a round of applause. This has been a little wet dream for Vinny for a long time for us to do this together, and it's fucking awesome that we finally get to do this. Shout out to my boy David Boss, because he's in an awesome band and he's gorgeous, and he knows that I think he's gorgeous. And yeah, fuck it. This song's called Hardcore Boys. I hope you all know the chorus. Everybody, it's been fun.